How's it going, everybody? This is Rob Novakast back with another video, and with this one, okay, I'm gonna be doing a quick review of the series High Guardian Spice. Now, this was a particular series that got a lot of people looking at it, especially when it came down to the trailer, as well as some of the things that I guess were mentioned in the trailer, and some people's issues, as well as the controversy following afterwards. Somewhat similar to, Ghostbusters 2016. So with that, I decided to try to look at this, and I got through it, and I'm not particularly impressed by this. So I think I'm going to say this right off the bat, 0 out of 10. I know that's a little bit harsh, because a lot of people will give it at least a 1.5, 1.6, 1.7. I think a couple of people got classifying as, either 2 or 3 rating, but, or 2, I guess 2 out of 5, 3 out of 5. Though me, it's, between, 10 being the highest, 1 usually being the lowest. But to an extent, I'm not particularly motivated by this. First of all, especially when it comes to the animation is very problematic. And if anything, I would see this particular show like being on something similar to like Cartoon Network, or if anything, Nickelodeon. When it comes to its animation, it's not a anime series that it tries to play itself off to be. Heck, if anything, something closer to what we've seen. Actually, I was gonna make an example of like Totally Spies or something like that, but unfortunately, the animation for that is a lot more closer to what we would see for anime compared to this. Characters are bland, annoying, and above all, just not interesting. And for some of them, their representation is the biggest factor, which honestly, if I can be blunt, there's a lot of other episodes or a lot of other series or TV shows that discuss representation in a very casual way, not just kind of throwing it up in your face and kind of making it seem like that was the main focus of the person's, personality. So to an extent, I'm not very particularly, and trust me when I say this, I don't care if you are white, black, Hispanic, Mexican, male, female, trans, whatever. At this point, if you're just gonna make your representation the main factor of your character, it's not interesting to me. So with some of those characters that they focus on the representation, I'm just done. Music as well as audio is just all over the place. In fact, for a lot of moments, the music just overpowers the conversations that are had between the characters. Everything, like, story itself is just a mess to begin with, as well as, the characters themselves. Again, characters, bad. I don't care. They are fucking boring. They did not introduce or any sort of interest in me. Now, to an extent, I'm going to say this. I was going to probably give this at least a 1. But there's a reason why I give it a 0. And for the very reason I basically stressed near the beginning. And that is due to the fact that, again, a lot of people were not very motivated with the original trailer or announcement trailer for this show, especially when the main focus was representation. And like some of the controversies that we've seen for Ghostbusters 2016, people decided to, go full on crazy when it came down to the representation, or, calling people bigots for not agreeing with their works. As if, to an extent, having an opinion, is something that is a crime, which, to be perfectly honest, it's not. So with that degree, especially when it comes to the controversy, I'm adding that to my rating. This series, for me, gets a 0 out of 10. Probably the lowest I have ever given. Actually, just so you guys know, I literally had to make a new segment clip because I never thought that I would ever find anything that would be a 0 out of 10. This was a travesty, and it doesn't help that the very people who made it got so butthurt over people having opinions. Granted, some people go overboard, but at the same time, it's opinions. So with that, High Guardian Spice receives a 0 out of 10 for me. It is piss poor quality, piss poor characters, piss poor story, and the only thing that they've really focused on is representation. So with that, 0 out of 10 once again for High Guardian Spice. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully you guys kind of have an understanding of my review, my quick review of this particular series. Trust me, a lot of people are being a little bit more critical than I am, but I wanted to give my brief thoughts on this, mediocre series. But anywho, do you have any thoughts? Leave in the comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. If you guys want to follow us on social media, links are in the description down below, as well as check out our daily content and the weekly podcast. With that being said, this is Rob Novakast signing off. Have a good one, take care, and I will see you guys in the next video.